episode, and I'm quickly going to say, if it's the first one you're tuning into, I reckon it's going to be crazy, because have you actually been in a cyclone before? You just asked me this question, hey. We've only been back not long, so yeah, if you're up to date, we've done a lot. We've had a lot done, but call us crazy. Yeah, today we're getting a new awning on the van. I'm not sure if it's the best idea we've had. However, the awnings arrived and we've been told to bring the van in. Yeah, well, high winds today.
Yeah, well, they've got a warehouse, storehouse, whatever you want to call it.
Shed.
They'll park the van in there and put the awning on there, and obviously we won't be using it until cyclone passes.
Yeah, we've been expected to hit high winds even today, I reckon, like over between 50 and up to over 100 kilometres an hour. And I've heard just from the weather update this morning that Cyclone Alfred is approximately 350 to 400 kilometres off the coast of the Gold Coast. He's actually gone down a little bit more than what they've expected, and he's actually turning a little bit more as well. So, yeah, I think we are not too bad in the position we are. I'm glad we left Pottsville.
Yeah, well, we
would have had water in the van if we were at Pottsville.
Yeah, but directly to the sea from here is only about 42k, if that.
I think we're going to have to batten down. We've moved a few of Anika's caravans from the yard. We're going to get in a safer spot, I reckon, when we come back. Yeah. Other than that, we're not quite sure. So we just thought, you know what? Let's just see what happens when a cyclone is about to hit. You may be thinking, when is it going to hit? It's meant to be tomorrow.
Yeah, I was reading a post last night, and people were asking if I have a car insurance, is my caravan insured? No.
That's separate insurance.
Yeah, but that's to do with, they were talking about the cyclone. They wanted to know if their car was insured, with the van is insured. No, so if
with car insurance?
Yeah, it's a stupid question. Anyhow,
what? Always
make sure that your van is insured.
It wouldn't even be covered if you were thinking that you had contents insurance or home insurance. It's an additional item. Yeah. We actually covered a fair bit of insurance when we had the accident. So
I just wanted to mention that because the people watching, you know, coming. Some people want to save some money, so
cutting corners, as we say. I mean, we're insured. I don't want our van to be damaged. It would be absolutely horrendous if it was. It would mean that we would be homeless again, because everything we have is in this van. And I think just finding another van, but hey, you know what, we're not going to be going through that. We're just going to do everything in our powers to be safe. And we did think about legging it from here.
Yeah, we're going to head west, but even right up, so if we were to go west, because we're going to come back to do some stuff, so if we went even to Toowoomba, that area in between Toowoomba and Ipswich, floods.
Yeah, there's a lot
horrendous
of
flooding.
Yeah, that it's we've thought about it, but we're staying put.
Yeah, they're still saying that even the dams here are going to overflow. They might have to do water release again. Which then, you know, adds to the flood. So
yeah,
I mean, I was reading articles as well that people are struggling to get sandbags. Like, people are lining up for 4 or 5 hours to get sandbags.
Yeah.
But the council's doing the best they can. But it's just the fact that everyone is wanting sandbags.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, already this morning, schools are shut, businesses are closed. I don't know if you actually heard while you were quickly doing a few things outside. They're actually, the rail and the bus services are closing tonight. They are closing 2 of the bridges down. The gateway is still going to be running. So until, I think it's got to hit over 100 kilometre winds for that one to shut. So at the moment, they're still running that. And the airport's still open.
Yeah.
But that's going to be crazy.
And all troops at Enoggera have been put on standby for cyclone flood duties. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we better get this big girl hooked up. And we're going to head over and get a new awning right in the middle of a cyclone.
Top job.
arrived. We're gonna go see what's happening, where we gotta go, what we gotta do. Have you grown?
Girlfriend, yeah, I'm actually growing. All different ways.
All different ways.
All the way through.
Okay.
So would
That was
prefer
my
to keep that
handyman
on.
work.
Did you do that?
I did that. I did that.
That's crazy stuff. Don't you let her do that?
Yeah, I did that when we were in Canberra.
Don't give me a drill, mate. Don't give me a drill.
Don't you love it when you move your van and you know what? Ta-da! Nothing moves. So yeah, all good. We've got to leave the van here. So I'm just going to take my laptop. Maybe I can do a little bit of editing for you guys while we get a couple of other bits and bobs done. So that was Richard. He's head of sales here. So yeah, like I always say, if you are looking for a new van and you want to check out these guys at Trail, make sure you see Richard. So I was just telling everyone
One
too,
at a
Richard,
time. Yes.
if they want a new van, they got to come and see you.
Thanks, guys.
I always tell
You
them.
know, when you do this, can you let me know so I can go to the makeup department and get dressed up, please?
Oh, you know what?
Jeez, I'm not on my
Hang
best.
on, and action. Richard is going to go to makeup and come back with us real soon. He's gone already. This is the pretty part of the team. How are you, beautiful?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I was just chatting to Richard, but you know what, guys? If you can't get Richard, you get this glamour. She's definitely one of
better
the...
than Richard,
better-
anyway.
Well, he's like, Amanda, would you just like give me warning of makeup and hair before you put me on the camera? Coffee, lunch?
Yep, coffee, lunch.
Coffee, lunch. But
Ready
you know
for
what?
the day.
Ready for the day. Got to get my words out. Ready for the day. And again, as I was just banging on, if you want to check out Trail Vans, give them a call. You'll give them all the info.
Yep, absolutely.
Steer them in the right direction.
Send them through, send them a wish list, and we'll give you the quote the same day.
Oh my God, guys, can't get much better than that. And I've got to say, this awning, cyclonic weather as I've told you, but guess what? It's getting done. I've got to chuck up. Mr. B's going that way and you've got calls to take. The van and we've had a couple of issues. I don't want to call them really issues, but with the Blackjack, it's been a little bit how's it going, and we spotted these, what do you call them?
Blackjack blocks.
That's it. So we've come directly down to Blackjack on the I guess you'd call it Bayside of Brisbane in Queensland to get the block direct. I will put the links below for Blackjack. We've been loving the Jack. It's definitely been a game changer, hasn't it?
It has. Richard has spoken to the techs. They're going to relocate the Jack to the centre of the A-frame, off to the side. That may help. They're going to repaint the whole A-frame again, which is amazing. Yeah. So
I think what I'm trying to say is we just noticed a bit of movement.
yeah, a little bit when you just unhitch. I thought it may have been the tow bar, so I put some shims in, which tightens the tow bar really tight. And we're still noticing just a little bit when you go to raise it, it wants to come forward or back just a fraction. It makes a bit of a clunk. And we have had when a bit on the side of a hill.
We've been a bit
the other
sideways.
day. It sort of slid, and we had to put the legs down and then
Which
you know
is
readjust the block and stuff.
not
so.
ideal. So yeah, anyway, we are going to go
These guys
into
might know.
see these guys. I'll just quickly show you. So we're here at Blackjack Direct, and yeah, we're just going to have a little chat to them. I know that they've actually got a new Jack out, Richard just said. So anyway, we might have a chat to them here and see what our solution's going to be.
So they've got a couple of new ones out. They got the Mini.
That looks good.
And then they've got another one that's a bit heavy duty, bit quieter motor. Has a remote. Yeah. They just seem to be improving on the quality.
Yeah.
But if you want a decent, well, I'm not going to say decent because they're an exceptional jack. Get a Blackjack.
I mean, I know people. I'm just quickly touch base. I know people boss Blackjack.
Yeah.
And admittedly, at start with, you were like, oh, you know, I don't want the electric. Blah 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 blah. Let's just go with the Boss. The Blackjack does have an override, so if we were to lose power, just in case you had no idea about them, it does have an override, which is great. We've never had a problem. I generally am operating it because you're backing Digger up, so no problem there. The other thing that Tyson just, I quizzed him a couple of things on the Mini. It is a 50 mil, so it will go straight into your jockey wheel bracket there, so that's pretty easy. The Mini doesn't actually come with a remote, but I'm going to say, like, seriously, do you need a remote?
Yeah.
And it retails for around about $370. If you've got any queries, just contact the guys. But overall, 10 out of 10, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it is starting to rain.
Yeah,
so it's starting to rain. I'm not sure where we're going next, but you know what? We're trying to beat this cyclone, so let's get cracking. Got to put those bad boys back in. We're just taking a little drive just down to Cleveland. It's probably only about, oh, that was a jumping fish, unless it just flew out of the water. Down to Cleveland. This is pretty much as far as you can go. It's probably only about 15 minutes from where we were picking up the Blackjack. I actually thought it was going to be a lot windier. I thought that the water was going to be a little bit wilder, but hey, it's still early days. Well,
Right out there, that's it. Out there.
we'll show you in a second. I'll just talk to you so you can hear me. Behind me over that way is actually Stradbroke Island, so I'm thinking it is a little bit protected because what I saw on the TV this morning, it was looking really wild. But yeah, you comfortable down there?
Yep.
Not blowing your hair away?
No.
But yeah, it's definitely looking a lot darker around there and around there as well. This area, if you've never been down here to Cleveland, is really populated on a weekend. Lots of families, fish and chips, flicker line, that type of thing. But yeah, it's definitely looking very different today, grey and overcast. There's a cute little lighthouse over here as well, so I'll take you for a quick little wander around. I think they've even got the fire truck on standby. But anyway, I'll take you up to show you the little lighthouse. It's a cutie. Oh, hello there, Mr. B. I was just having a yarn to, you know me, Mrs. Have a Chat. I was just having a yarn to the fiery.
Yeah.
I said, are you on smoko lunch or are you just bracing? He goes, yeah, we're getting ready for the worst. I think they're just, like I just said, the calm before the storm.
Yeah, they're fire and rescue, so they'll probably deal with any accidents or rescue situations that need to be attended to.
Yeah. But how cute is this little lighthouse? She's a beauty.
So this hexagon lighthouse was built by the Queensland government in 1865 and was fully operational up and running by 1866.
You know, another thing I was thinking,
What?
I reckon the birds are going to have to hang on to their feathers.
Yeah. I wonder what they do. Maybe
don't
they
know.
fly inland.
They'd have to bunker down. But if they were going in the way of the wind, geez whiz, they'd
Getting
be...
blown to Melbourne.
They would be going 100 miles an hour. So, anyways, enjoy your day.
Getting blown to Melbourne.
Yeah, exactly. we get here at Trail, I tell you, it's just been a couple of hours. We got the Blackjack. Everyone's gone cyclone crazy. Had a quick bite to eat, and we're back at the big rig. I think literally just in time. Literally, I know I keep banging on about it, but the calm before the storm, it is hectic. We've got to work out where we're going to park, I guess, when we get back, what we're going to do. We've still got a bit of a shuffle around, but yeah. New awning, how exciting. It's looking amazing. Oh my God, I cannot wait to use it. I cannot wait to get it out. But you know what? I don't think it's going to be happening over the next couple of days because it's raining already. This just keeps getting better. It's got the new clips on it too. Oh my goodness, amazing. Ah, so excited. Check. Dear. Well, we made it back to my daughter's and set up the van, and then we're like, nah, we're not comfortable there, were we? So we moved it again, and then her two vans got taken over yesterday to get some work done, and we dropped one over, and now it's like, you know, if you want to get your van out, now's the time because of obviously the cyclone. I know we've had a busy day, haven't we? We've been non-stop here, there, everywhere, doing all this stuff. So, yeah, so now we're heading back to pick up her two vans and get them parked in undercover, eh?
Yep.
Move some stuff around so we can get the cars undercover as well and hope for the best. We were just saying before too, today's been really weird because in some parts that we've been, it's actually just been really still, hasn't it? No breeze. And then all of a sudden it just like whoosh, whips up. We can definitely see rain coming across from the Gold Coast, and yeah, we've also had what were those weather updates we got on our phone? We had like 4 in a row.
Oh, they'll watch an act. We're over at Redland Bay, and Redland Bay Council broadcasted watch an act, basically saying the Cyclone Alfred, check on your neighbours. Start preparing.
It's crazy.
And if you want to go, it's best to go now.
That's right. So we literally got 4 of those within like not even a minute of each other when we left you guys at the lighthouse and before we picked the van up. Yep. So that was crazy. I think we're going to need an early night, but I mean, are we going to be able to sleep with all this? Like, and the other thing too, everyone suggested, and again, if you're ever in this situation, fill your water tanks for extra weight, and they've even said to like tie down your van, haven't they?
Yeah, you can get these massive big
Are they like ratchet straps?
yeah, but the things go into the ground, you got to use a bloody super powerful drill. They drill in about a metre.
Gosh.
And they then you ratchet your van to them, and they should hold. Not an egg, it's got sand.
Yeah, well that's true, yes. At Nex's place it is quite sandy, so yeah. And no, we will not be putting out the awning either. Just in case you are new to the channel and you are thinking, why did they need a new awning? While I remember, sorry to bring it up, Mr. B gave it a little bit of a what was it?
Love tap.
Love tap,
rub.
love rub, as he likes to call it, when we were leaving Clare, and we actually hit a shop front. So yeah, that was part of it, but the other part of it was we really needed a new one. Components in it weren't working, and the guys at Trail were like, yep, no worries, we can get you sorted out. So yes, huge shout out to the team there again for today's solid effort. Just quickly go down here, check this is the baby one. We'll check that she's all on, lights are on, starting her up. Here she is. Hello, dolls. What an ordeal. Now, for all you fellas watching, Neeks actually does all the driving, setting up and everything herself, including backing this in under the carport. I'm not quite sure who taught her to reverse. It could have been me. How are you feeling? How's the stress levels now with the cyclone?
Yeah, feeling much better now. The big rigs are at home.
Yeah, we still got to get one in the garage.
Yeah. But tell you what, the suspension definitely an increase.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you want to tell everyone the first thing that you had done?
So I guess the first mod is the suspension on the old rig is really good, very sturdy. And I've noticed in my initial first couple of trips on the new van, it seems to move around a fair bit more, and also we're lacking a little bit of height on like when my food truck opens up. So now with the suspension upgrade, it's giving me a little bit more height and a lot less moving around.
Again, wow, that was shopping just before the cyclone. So I've got to admit there was definitely more bread and fresh produce than I expected, and milk actually. Still, there are no eggs whatsoever. I was not surprised with that. And also no long life milk, that was completely gone. And I think other than that, it wasn't too bad, I've got to say. I'm just about to load up these things in Digger. Had to get a couple of things for Neeks that she was a little bit low on. So yeah, didn't have to get too much stuff, but now I'm going to make my way down to the local Ollie's Orange, which is actually a favourite of ours and one that I love stopping into when we get back up this way, because they've got an amazing local butcher and the fruit shop is absolutely amazing too. So yeah, just go stock up there and then we'll head back to the van, see what Mr. B's doing. I also did run into a couple in Coles that actually recognised me looking like this today. Yeah, I guess I pretty much look the same nearly every day, but anyway, I have no idea what your name was. You did stop for a quick chat, so yeah, shout out to you and thank you. made it back.
Did.
It wasn't too bad. It was a sense of urgency at Ollie's Orange. People were just like going everywhere. Going to the bottle shop, going to the butcher's, going to the fruit and vegetable shop. But at Coles, it was a lot calmer, other than the post office being closed. And I've come back, and Mr. B's not the happiest because, was it yesterday we were meant to be getting a delivery?
No, the day before. And then the Australia Post redirected it to the wrong location. One job Australia Post, and you couldn't even get the address right. So then it had to get sent back to Red Bank, and then it was going to come yesterday, but then there was a delay, and then I've checked today, and it's delayed due to Australia Post having a unexpected large demand of parcels. Come on, Australia Post, having a cyclone does not increase your parcel load. Seriously, like, you got vans, you got trucks.
I think they just want the day off. Because...
No, well, I'm going to contact the people that I ordered from, because I paid top dollar for express shipping,
Yeah.
which is 24 hours delivery from state to state.
I get it.
And it's now been close to 4 days, so I'm going to contact them. I know it's not their fault,
No.
but I'm going to ask them for a refund.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
they can chase Australia Post, because I've paid the company for express posting. It's not happening.
It's ridiculous. And two, already, I've literally just walked in the van door and it's chaos in here, I tell you, and I haven't even put the groceries away.
Yeah.
What did you say that you heard on the TV about businesses?
Our businesses are complaining because cyclone could hit Sunday now. It's slowed down. People have gone, oh, we're shutting down. Workers are taking the day off. Now people are complaining, saying, oh, we're now losing money and business because we could have been open for 2 days longer. Hey, you own a business, you have insurance, that's the risk you take.
Yeah, true.
Your call. It's your call to shut down the shop, unless you're in an area where they've told you to move on.
Yeah.
But like all these Coles on the Gold Coast have shut. They could have still been trading for another 3 days, but Coles is a big business and they can take the hit and loss. So
I think it's hard for smaller businesses. Again, too, just talking to a couple of the staff down at where I just came from, they reckon that honestly people are just going over the top and being crazy, and they're staying open.
Now,
they're not closing.
90% of people have never been through a cyclone. I've been through a cyclone in the NT, and it's not like this. People are used to it.
Yeah.
They don't go panic buying.
We are in the direct line of...
We've got a few small hills in the way.
Yeah, that's correct. But we are in that direct line. But anyway, Mr. P, you seem really worked up this morning.
Oh, it just annoys me when people just go over the top.
You just need a breath. Do you think we need to do a bit of meditation a little bit later on? Just a woosah. So after that rant, I'm going to start putting the groceries away. I just want to share a couple of things with you. The one thing I do love is making pizza, and going through cheese we go through a lot. How good is this? This is a 2 kilo grated cheese, absolutely bonza, and you can freeze cheese. So this was, to give you an idea, 2 kilos for $20. I usually pay on sort of roughly, give or take, Woolies, Coles, Aldi's, you know that I love a bit of good different, it's always cheaper. But around about 700 grams is usually about $10 to $12, which is ridiculous. So 2 kilos, I'm going to be bagging that up and putting that in the freezer. Absolutely loving strawberries at the moment. They were on sale. There was no long life milk, but hey, I got us a big milk, so that should get us by. I went into Hanno's meat. I got a good supply there, but again, as we were saying, we're not overdoing it. There is still got to be supplies, guys. Just sort of get what you need and get what is going to last you, say, for a couple of days after the predicted cyclone. We're not going crazy, so alrighty, so I'm gonna get cracking and put this away, and I don't know, see what other little jobs we can do in cyclone preparation. Alfred is coming to get us. Hey guys, we're back again. Yep, it's another morning. This is going to be probably day by day by day. So yeah, I last left you packing away the groceries, and what day is it? It is Friday. So we are in the Ev. Next, give everyone the update. What happened? No work for you today?
Oh no, so stood down today. We're just on our way to do our last little bits of prepping. Australia Post decided not to do deliveries, so we've got to go and try and get some dog food.
Yeah,
for the kids.
The kids need food. I think we've got enough food, and I reckon they'd like our food, but they're actually on diet, so.
Yeah, so it's probably not too bad we ration them, but yeah, everyone needs a bit of comfort food, you know.
Yeah, especially in these times. So, and the kids are very well loved. So, yeah, we feel like we've pretty much got everything. But again, as Mr. B was banging on yesterday, he was going for it yesterday about the post. But anyway, yeah, so no dog food. You phoned ahead,
Yes,
so they're open.
We're good.
Till
Got stock.
12. That's cool. I think you guys did another walk around and a
A little last minute
cyclone.
tidy. Got the bins sorted because there was no bin collection this week, so we had to do a bit of a reshuffle, but we're all good. So it's sorted.
We got the petrol, the
Yeah.
Jennies. We got 3 generators,
Yes, we do.
and we are lucky. We do have an electrician on board.
Yes, so we're all good. We'll be all good.
We have a backup plan. This morning already, I did say to Mr. B that we did have a good amount of movement in the van last night and early hours of this morning.
We're moving in the house, so I can't imagine how the van was going.
Yeah, we're going to re-top up with water today. We have been using minimum. And also the other thing where we are at Neex's place, we are on a pump. So without power, we do not have water.
No.
So that's another reason why we want to keep the van fully stocked with water. And then obviously we've just got the generators. So that's a Jack department, that one.
Yeah.
Which will be fine. Other than that, how was yesterday at work? Just to give everybody an update.
Yeah, it was pretty busy. So I work at the airport and it was just a bit of chaos. A lot of cancelled flights, a lot of stressed people. But yeah, it was all good. Everyone arrived and departed safely. So yeah, we'll just see what the future holds, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that you've got it not too bad because you get stood down, but Jack's on probably major call out.
I think we'll have to charge an emergency rate, I reckon.
I think so. Cyclone rate?
Yeah. Alfred fees.
Alfred fees, yes. The other thing I do have to do today, and I know that you guys will probably that follow us from week to week and are amazing, I do have to check in on GDad. I know there's probably, well actually, I'll just wind back a bit. I texted him the other day, Neeks, and he was at golf.
Oh.
And I was like,
Was it raining that day?
Yeah, and it was windy. So I'm like, seriously, you're at golf? And he's like, yeah, it's all good. But guys, he's actually started lawn bowls since we left last. I definitely don't think there's lawn bowls today.
Well, at least his balls probably aren't flying away like golf balls.
But anyway, we'll give him a call later on, see how he's tracking. Hopefully I know he'll have a lot of food and supplies and Forex, that's most important. Do we have enough Fino and stuff?
Yes.
Oh,
I
good.
bought extra yesterday, even though you told me not to.
Great. All right, so we are ready. We will keep you updated. Other than that, I don't know. Put your comments below. Are we crazy? We are staying in the van as long as we can. I guess
The spare room is ready. You don't have to stay in the van.
for the experience, I feel. But yeah, we'll see how we go, and we'll take you on this crazy journey as we report on Cyclone Alfred. I think he's just stalling at the moment.
He's a bit indecisive. He's definitely a male cyclone, that's for sure.
He is, and I feel like he's just one of those annoying male cyclones. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go see if we can get the kids some food.
Yep, good to go.
Hey,
No hungry pups.
is that enough? Is that gonna last them?
Well, we've still got 10 kilos at home, so
Oh.
you'd think 20 kilos for however long this is going to last should be okay.
I did tell you they were well looked after kids, I tell you. Far from actually a free camp. It's actually known as McLean's Bridge. Yeah, I know that people are, I guess, homeless at the moment, not just because of the cyclone, but I mean, it's tough times. You know, there's a housing shortage, rents have gone up and that sort of thing. But I think also people are abusing the system. When there is a free camp, it is basically for you to stop, have a rest 3 or 4 days if you need be, and then move on. But people are definitely going to shut down places for people that travel full time, people that even, you know, want to go for a short holiday and need to stop here, there and everywhere. I mean, what's your thoughts on it too, Nix? Like, it's not far from you. Nice. You've got to drive past it.
So it's a bit of an eyesore, especially with you know, you won't really see it on this video, I guess, because there are a lot of shanties that have closed down, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is pretty hectic. We are going to we actually passed by there last week when we went camping. We're going to take you in, have a quick look. We are going to be respectful. It is called the Tully Memorial Park. It is on Wiki Camps, and we love using Wiki Camps and Camp Australia. But honestly, if people keep doing this and disrespecting the area, it's going to close down, and it's going to make it really hard for anybody to be able to stop and have a camp for free or have a little rest. So again, tell me what you think in the comments below. I know it's probably going to start World War III. We're not being disrespectful, but people cannot leave places like this, because honestly, it's not good for the environment. It's not good for the people that actually live in the communities and the surrounding areas, and it's just not good enough. But anyway, tell me what you think, because yeah, this is what it looks like. But as Nick said, by the looks of it, there's a lot actually that have moved on. An interesting part of this Tully Memorial Park. It actually floods here at McLean's Bridge, and they've done up this I guess monument to show you just about what the floods are. So I'll just run you through. It actually lights up at night. So in 1887 it went up to that very top marker. In 1947 it went to this level. In 1974, it raised a little bit higher. Back in 1991, it was not too bad, it was pretty low. Then back in 2013, then 2017. So it's going to be interesting. They've plated this one at 2022, but yeah, let's see. Is this one here going to be 2025? Who knows? I guess when you've got the river right here, it does raise. I actually used to live not far from this area growing up as a teenager, and this was a beautiful park area. But unfortunately, people want to leave places like this with their leftover camping gear, shanties and whatever, and soon enough, places like this are going to get closed down. We made it back from doing our last few essentials. I quickly whipped up to the house and washed my hair because it felt like a wild bird's nest. And I think a little bit later, Next and I are going to relax and have a bit of a pamper session. But anyway, got my hair nicely washed. So I did tell you that I was going to give G-Dad a FaceTime. So let's get him online. He has no idea I'm calling. So let's see if he is cyclone ready. Surely he's not at lawn bowls. Like, seriously. Let's see. Let's see if he picks up. Maybe he's out. Oh, here he is. I put the camera on you. There you go.
I turn it off.
No, there you are.
Now?
Yep.
Okay. I got my little generator out of the garage. I filled him up with petrol.
Yep.
and run him. He's going good. He's out on the back patio, and I've got extension leads there so I can run things
Right.
if the power goes out.
Okay. And question, I'm sure you have, but have you got enough 4X in the fridge?
Oh, yeah. I got enough. I got enough in there to probably last me about 4 days, mate.
Oh, that's good. G-Dad is all sorted. You don't have to worry about him because I know you haven't seen him for a while because, you know, we haven't been back in Brizzy. So there you have it. I'm going to finish chatting to Dad on the phone and we'll see what we're going to do next. Update. I'm not sure what we're up to. How many hours are we in after the cyclone?
24 hours plus.
Oh, I'm a bit over the rain already, but update is, take it away.
Okay. We had very little wind. We had lots of rain. Luckily with the wind we haven't had a great deal of wind here. I'm going to say, I think maybe yesterday we had 40, 45 kilometre hour winds. We are sheltered by, I suppose, some of the hills that are around the area, as well as probably a lot of trees.
We have been lucky enough to escape power loss.
Yes,
so that's
we
been
still
good.
do have power. We still have internet. It's probably the number one thing you really want, just to keep up to the updates. We haven't had so much flooding, but there's a little bit out there now. I wouldn't say flooding, but
It's rising.
Yeah.
It's rising.
G-Dad we can't get hold of.
Yes.
I'm a bit worried, so we're going to take a quick spill over there.
Yeah,
We're going to go safely and take.
Yeah,
be
we're
cautious.
gonna, as we say, drive
Just going
to
to pop over and
conditions.
check on G-Dad
Yeah.
because we haven't heard from him for at least
24 hours.
24 hours, so that's a bit
Yeah.
strange. Couldn't get a hold of him on the phone.
Well, he did call yesterday late, it was probably just after lunch actually, before we started having our little day spa pamper pack, and he had lost power. He was set up that he had his Jenny as well.
He was running, he was watching TV and had the
He had his beers chilling.
yeah,
And he had
fridge and TV going.
Yeah, which is priority for Dad.
Yeah.
He does most of his cooking on the barbecue, so that's good. So I am a little bit concerned. I did try and text, and I've tried to call a few times. So
Yeah, so we'll pop over and check.
yeah, and it's currently not too bad, but in saying that, who knows what it's going to be like when we leave here.
Yeah, but all the reports I've been reading is actually Harvey Bay's flooded.
Gold Coast is copping it really bad.
Yeah, they've got heaps of flooding down there. I mean, the beach, even the Gold Coast strip we walk through the mall and down the stairs, there's a 4-metre drop there.
Lismore as well, and the northern Tweed area completely flooded, cut off, which is a real shame because they really did suffer back in 2022, and I really feel like they didn't rebuild to 100% back to, from those floods.
Yeah,
So that's really sad.
Our thoughts also go to the soldiers that were involved in the vehicle rollover yesterday.
Yeah, that happened early evening, I think.
5 p.m. Yeah, so condolences. Thoughts go to the family and to the troops involved. What else has happened?
We have been having so many messages as well from people like you guys that watch us every week. So thank you. That means a lot to us, and I always get emotional when that happens. And we've also reached out to our fellow travellers as well that are in the same situation that we are. So everyone that we know so far is keeping safe, and everywhere has lost power around us, but we still have power.
Yeah.
Do you think Jack has some sort of magical control on the power? Because remember, my son-in-law is an electrician. Just saying, guys, but we still have power.
Yeah, at the moment.
At the moment. Let's head off. Let's see what the conditions are like.
Yep. I'm going to do it now, before the end. Remember, be safe.
We're not going on an adventure.
No, I know, but please be safe.
been trying to call you.
Oh, well, I tried to message you and it just kept on failing all the time.
What have you got?
It's a traveller
Where'd
pipe
you get that from?
at the shelves.
He's been down the garage, guys.
Buy
Seriously.
more bloody fuel for the generator. Go on the paddle here.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
How many times have you had to fill her up? Because you lost power when you contacted me. That was late yesterday or yesterday. I don't know.
No, it went the day before.
Was it the day before? I tell you, I can't even remember.
I've been feeding it. This is the third day I've been feeding it. And I have to get about 20 litres a day for 24 hours.
Holy dooly.
Well, they don't want to run out.
No, you don't want to run out. It's still raining, but if you were up to date, how good does the outdoor area look now? It looks amazing.
Oh, it's not too bad. It's come up all right.
And
Oh.
I know you've been pretty stressed about it, but she's blowing in. Look, Woo! She's blowing in. But yeah, how good does that look? Looks amazing.
Oh, come up all right.
Hey, look at that. You got your new roof.
Yeah.
So when I came up for the accident, Dad had a bit of a house fire, and all of this here was totally burnt. Everything was destroyed, all the outdoor furniture and everything. And look, he's done a great job rebuilding it all. Well, you haven't had to rebuild it, Dad.
Oh, no, contractors.
The contractors have done it.
They get paid big money on insurance.
But yeah, it's looking so good. That looks amazing. Look at that. So good. It's looking really good. And I guess too, lucky we came back to Queensland because, you know, now after this blooming cyclone, we can sit out here and have fish and chips or something.
See how far the wet water's flowing in?
Yeah. Thing too, when we were here back the last time, we took you down to actually, Caravan, actually where Mr. B and I got married. Because how good are the oysters down there?
Oh, at the Vikings Surf Club.
They have been
Mint.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can't get there now. It's flooded.
I'll see if I can put up some footage of what it actually looks like now. And the funny thing was, we were actually planning to go down, I think it was like around about Wednesday or Thursday, and that's literally when Bloomin' Alfred.
Everything's Alfie came along.
Yeah.
Bucket everything up.
We're going to have to see if we can get some more oysters.
Yeah.
But anyway, I reckon it's nearly time for a coldie, Dad.
Yeah.
So we're glad to see that Dad was okay. He was a little bit, I think he's a little bit taken back, like he is out of routine now. But anywhoosies, it is happening down here because all the power's out. Guess what? McDonald's is open, Domino's is open, KFC, and even the local pub is open. So it's quite chaotic down here, isn't it? Yeah. I'm still... What was that?
People can't stay home.
No, exactly. People don't know what to do with themselves. But anyway, I'm still in the search for toilet paper. So we heard that Aldi's was open. It's a little bit of good difference. So let's go see if we can find toilet paper, Mr. B. Like seriously, we just need like 1 roll or 2 rolls. I don't carry like a 24 pack in the van. So how hard could it be? What do you reckon?
I don't reckon there'll be any.
Oh my goodness, look at this. So just stopped at Aldi's. It's looking pretty busy.